Hello, and welcome to another edition of the award-winning show, The Outpost. My name is Mike Hurt, and I'm one of the co-hosts. Adam today is taking some well-deserved family time, and our very special guest today is Dwayne Cannon. And the focus of The Outpost, it's really pretty simple. We are with the Disabled American Veterans, Chapter 17, Ray H. Fuller, Winnebago County. And we'd like to talk about the mission of the Disabled American Veterans, what we're up to in this area, and the people, because I always like to share every veteran has a story. Every veteran is a slice of American history. So with that being said, we have our good friend, Dwayne Cannon. Welcome, Dwayne. Good to see you as always.
Glad to be here again.
All right. Now, right now, you're probably thinking, I have gotten on the QVC channel. No, you haven't. You haven't. This is another DAV Outpost show. But first, we will stay to our principles here. Dwayne served this country greatly during the Vietnam War. And I was just wondering if back there, Scott, if you could throw up a few pictures of Dwayne's service. And could you tell us a little bit about that, Dwayne? When did you serve?
I served over there at Karat Royal Thai Air Force Base in April 68 to 69. I was an E3 at that time, and I dealt with air conditioning pressurization and oxygen on aircrafts. I dealt mostly with F-105s, Thunder Chiefs, but in the background are some F-4 Phantoms that I worked on a little bit. I worked at nighttime, 6 at night to 6 in the morning, because it was lots cooler.
Oh, what was the temperature like in the daytime there?
Oh, you could get up in the 90s.
Whew. Yeah, so nighttime would be the place. But you were Thailand then?
Karat Royal Thai Air Force Base in Thailand.
Okay.
About central Thailand.
And there's another great picture.
Yeah, I was down in Bangkok. I stayed with a Thai major from the Army, and I saw approximately 1,000 Thai soldiers go off to the Vietnam War, and the family I went down with, that was one of the guys that was going, her husband got all those wreaths, leis, I should say, for going. Some had a lot of them, some had a few, some didn't have any at all. His wife was a hooch girl on our base, and she took care of cleaning the room, doing the laundry, ironing her clothes, and polish her boots. And her cousin was in my cubicle taking care of us. So
you were directly working on the F-105s that were doing support
missions
on fire. Yeah, what were the missions? What kind of missions would an F-105 go on?
Some would be jamming the radars for the SAM missiles, and a lot of them would be going into northern Vietnam and bombing in different places.
Okay. And you kept those things flying?
Yes.
Okay.
I dealt with major items, the air conditioning, pressurization, and oxygen.
Well, with a place like Thailand over there, I would like my air conditioning to be working.
Yeah.
Crazy. Now you had come back, and how many years have you been in the DAV?
Over 10.
Oh, okay.
Well, I say 10 years because after I retired, that was 10 years ago, I joined the DAV.
Now, this is a DAV show, but I think in this moment, I think it's also important to segue off just a little bit. But you are actually, as well as what you do with DAV, you're actually the president of the Oshkosh Patriotic Council, correct?
Correct.
And I think that's also important for people to understand is that Veterans Day, Memorial Day, they just don't happen. They, all of a sudden you set your chairs up on Algoma Boulevard, and all of a sudden a procession goes by you. There's a lot of planning that occurs with that, and there's a rotation. I believe it's every 2 years, correct?
Correct.
Among the various veteran service groups, and some years it can be American Legion or VFW or VVA, DAV, whatever it is. And right now you're the current president of that Patriotic Council through the VVA, correct?
Correct.
So that's got to keep you busy.
Yes.
Okay. So we're blessed today. So we're going to go into our very first poster, if you could. Okay. Operation Cabin Fever. That's what we're going to be talking about today. And to share with you, within DAV Chapter 17 many years ago, we were all sitting around and we're kind of talking, because what happened was you had Veterans Day, which is in November, and then we would have Memorial Day, which, you know, would be towards the end of May. And then in the summer months, we'd have what we call forget-me-nots, brat fries, those kind of things. But during that winter time, we really did not have a lot of activities going on. And so we were batting around, you know, maybe we should do something. If we do something, what should we do? What should we call it? And it was actually a past DAV chapter commander, who was commander at that time, Fred Hamill, said, let's have something called Operation Cabin Fever. And it was like, wow, that sounds great. So we got all our minds together on this one, and our very first event, John Mino, who is a TV personality, I think NBC 26 at that time, I think. And then, so he was our MC. The band Mistrial agreed to play, and then we had Kevin Hermaning, who was our guest speaker. And Kevin, as some of you are aware, back in 1979, when the Iranian students overtook the U.S. Embassy, Kevin actually was the youngest hostage. He was just 18, had barely gotten over to Iran. He was a guard at the United States Embassy with the Marine Corps. And so he came and he shared his story. It was a very well attended event. It was a success, and we were like, wow, this really worked out good. And with DAV, we are all about the veterans. That's what it's about. So the proceeds from this money actually went toward the Veterans Emergency Fund. And this is a nice picture right here. Start on my right is Beverly Weber. She's the lead singer with the band Mistrial. And then Joe Aulick, at that time, was the director of the Veterans Service Office. And then Fred Hamill was the commander. And then Dwayne Cannon and myself were kind of the active folks within, you know, the Cabin Fever group. And what we did is a check was delivered at a county board meeting here in Winnebago County, and the proceeds went toward the Veterans Emergency Fund. Because that's one of the things that we see quite often where, you know, somebody needs money for rent or a mortgage payment or for food or something. And it's so important for us to be with our veterans in a time of need. And we were. Yep. So do you remember have any special memories of Cabin Fever 3? Or Cabin Fever 1, excuse me?
I just enjoyed Kevin Hermaning for what he had to talk about.
Yeah, Kevin is just like a popular guy. So with that, we went, okay, we're going for Cabin Fever 2. And there we go. And Jeff Alexander with TV2. Jeff was our Master of Ceremonies and did a phenomenal job. And we were able to get the band FBI and the Untouchable Horns, which was really great because they had a whole horn section. They could play from Uptown Funk to Chicago, stuff like that. They did a really great job. And then our guest speaker was Stephen Leopold. And he is just, all I can say, he's an amazing man. He retired at the rank of a full colonel in the United States Army. He was a Green Beret, Special Forces, and a prisoner of war. And, you know, the stories that he had to share were just amazing. And that, you know, and that somehow he made it through it all. And it was a very powerful, very moving event. And anything you remember from Cabin Fever 2?
Yes, it was on my birthday.
It was, there we go.
Yep, they brought a big layer of cake out for me.
That is because you were so well loved. But no, it was But the other thing, we should have named it as Spring Fling because remember it was in April.
Yes.
So it was a warm day. So anyhow, time moved along and then boom, we got hit by COVID. And it was like, it was like the world stopped for all of us, and us included. And things gradually got a little better, and then all of a sudden it was like, hey, should we do a Cabin Fever 3? And there was a resounding, yes, we're going to do a Cabin Fever 3. And with that, if you could please roll our PSA. Hi, I'm Mike Hurt from the Disabled American Veterans, Chapter 17.
And I'm Julie Hurt from the Disabled American Veterans Auxiliary, Unit 17.
We're here to invite you to join us for Operation Cabin Fever 3, an evening of music, food, inspiring speakers, and support for our veterans.
Join us on Saturday, March 25th at the Oshkosh Convention Center. The event is open to the public and social hour begins at 5:30 p.m.
We'll hear from our speakers, Major General Retired Daniel Ammerman, Medal of Honor recipient Hal Fritz, Adam Alexander, and our Master of Ceremonies, Prisoner of War Medal recipient Kevin Hermaning, with stories of inspiration and valor.
Admission is $20 per person or $15 with the donation of a new personal care item. A silent auction and 50-50 raffle will also be available. Funds raised will help local veterans with therapeutic services.
Mark your calendars, save the date, and make plans to join us on March 25th for Operation Cabin Fever 3 at the Oshkosh Convention Center. Together, we make a difference in the lives of veterans. We'll see you there. Wow, that is just a fantastic couple if I ever saw it, but a little biased. Okay, we are introducing Cabin Fever 3, and it is going to be Saturday, March 25th. I got to be upfront, Dwayne. I've never seen a lineup or a veterans program like this in my life.
It's going to be an excellent one.
Yeah, it's I've never seen this before. One of the things that's really important, and especially to you, the viewers, one of the things that did happen with the first two Cabin Fevers is sometimes people thought that only veterans could attend. It's like, no, everybody can attend. The general public can attend. Families can attend. Please come. This is a great time to meet these individuals. So please, everybody come on down to the Oshkosh Convention Center Saturday, March 25th, and please be there. But again, we'll kind of go into some of the details of our lineup. How about hit the first one? Kevin Hermaning. Kevin, as shared before, Operation Cabin Fever 1 was our very first speaker. And Kevin actually graduated from UWO. And he loves this city, he loves the people. Anytime I've given him a call and said, hey, could you come down here? He's been really great. And he's one of the nicest people you will ever meet. And Kevin has agreed that he will be our Master of Ceremonies that evening. And naturally, he'll be there to chat with people as well. And if people would want their picture taken with him, he's just really great with that. And so Kevin will be there as well. And as shared in the earlier in the show, Kevin in 1979 was one of the youngest. He was the youngest hostage taken when the Iranian students overtook our embassy back in 1979. And they were held hostage for 444 days. And he had quite the stories to share, and I imagine he'll take a little bit of opportunity to share that as well. So, and then our next guy, hey, we know this guy.
Yes.
Yeah, that's our very own Adam Alexander. Adam is our co-host, and like I said, generally he's here, but he got to spend a little bit of family time today, which was great, and so Dwayne and I are doing this show together today. But I had gotten to know Adam. We actually deployed together to Afghanistan, and he ended up at a Shemkhani, which is a combat outpost in the eastern part of Afghanistan. And, I'll never forget the day personally, but the bad guys attempted to overrun the post. And Adam, being the warrior he was, he ran toward where the fight was, and a sniper hit him. Normally, in most scenarios and most wars, Adam probably would have been killed in action, but due to the medical technology and the great job of the people that were there and in Landstuhl in Afghanistan, Walter Reed, and at the Minnesota Rehab Center, Adam is alive and doing well, and he's married and has a beautiful baby girl and is doing well. And with Adam, he was the disabled American veteran for the state of Wisconsin. And what happens is all the different states get their packets for their veterans that are the Veterans of the Year, and then they go to national. And unbeknownst to us, Adam got selected in 2022 as the DAV National Veteran of the Year, which is just an incredible honor. And actually, our own Adam will be at the Convention Center Saturday, March 25th, as part of Operation Cabin Fever 3. And our next one. This is Major General, which is 2 stars, retired, Daniel Ammerman. Actually, I can say he was my boss back in the day, and I actually have his signature on some of my evaluation and awards. And General Ammerman, he's been everywhere. I mean, he's been Bosnia, Kosovo, Iraq. You know, at one time he oversaw 13,000 troops and civilians. You know, he's a soldier's soldier. He's just an incredible leader. He's attended Army War College, and you know, is just a phenomenal individual and a great family man. He has a son and daughter, and both are active duty military at this time. So that tells you a lot about him right there. But he's extremely personable. He has a great story to share, and again, an opportunity to, you know, shake hands with a warrior, share some words with him, get a picture with him, so forth. Again, it's going to be a really great evening. And when I called General Ammerman up and said, hey, do you think he'd come down to Oshkosh for this event? Within a heartbeat, he said yes. And that tells you a lot about the man. And so we're extremely excited to have him coming down here. So, and our next speaker. Folks, we kind of hit a home run on this one. We did. And to share with you, Saturday, March 25th is National Medal of Honor Day. And so down in Washington, D.C., as can be expected, there is going to be a major event at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier and so forth throughout that week, actually. And, you know, I had put in some requests, and they came back, hey, we'd love to be able to help you out, but we're going to be in Washington, D.C. And I received this wonderful call from Hal Fritz, and he was like, hey, I want to be with my brothers and sisters in Wisconsin. And so we have a Medal of Honor recipient that is coming down to Oshkosh, Wisconsin. And I was just ecstatic when Colonel Fritz agreed that he would come. One of the things I would encourage viewers to do is go on YouTube and just do a search under Tales of Valor Hal Fritz. And when you watch the story that was involved with this, it's incredible. This guy, I mean, his team was about to be overrun, and he literally saved the day and then reconsolidated things and actually didn't attack. And then in the meantime, all the wounded, he actually was wounded, but he made sure that all the other wounded were taken care of before he was. And but that tells you a lot about his character. And there are a total, kind of put it this way, I believe there are 320 million Americans in the United States. 320 million Americans, there are 65 living Medal of Honor recipients. 65. And we are going to have one of them here in Oshkosh Saturday, March 25th. And you'll be able to hear his story, hear his thoughts, you know, get a chance to connect with him, get a picture with him, so forth. He's that type of guy. And so please come Saturday, March 25th to Operation Cabin Fever. Number 3. However, I'll tell you what, my friend Dwayne, I think he's gone through like 4 pairs of shoes, pounding the streets. And I got to tell you something. The merchants and the people and the businesses of Oshkosh have been so generous, because part of this, we're going to be having some phenomenal speakers, but we're going to be having like a 50-50, silent auction, all those kind of raffle. It's going to be happening. So, Dwayne, what do we all got here?
Well, to start with, we got autographed football by Aaron Rodgers. We got another football signed by the Green Bay Packers.
And the football, and this is what I got to toss out, gang. Aaron Rodgers won a Super Bowl, 4-time MVP, and you know he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. And you also, don't you have the certificate of
yes, it's in there. It's taped on the
bottom. And we have a certificate of authentication with that. So this is a real deal football, and you have a chance to put in a bid for it. What else you got there, my friend?
Okay, 2023 Waterfest Concert Series certificate for 2 VIP season passes. I got 2 of those. That's like 700.
Can you show that thing all? Yeah. There we go. Now, how many of those you got, Dwayne?
There's 2 of those.
And the other thing that hit me with that, I just want to jump back to the Waterfest. Those are season tickets for Waterfest, and correct me if I'm wrong, but those are in the reserve section, correct?
Yes.
Very valuable. So we got like a total of 4 tickets, season tickets, passes for the whole season, Waterfest, in the reserved area, and they are going to be available. For
the ladies, this is a sterling silver.
Or for the good husbands out there.
Yeah, it's a sterling silver dog tag style pendant. It's with a white and blue topaz and blue sapphire with yellow gold beaded bail on 18-inch string, sterling silver with a weak chain. Value $565.
Woo.
We've got from Holman Lindsay, paint a room, $450.
Actually, I think this is one's going to be really popular. Tell me about the painted room one. How does that one work again? This is kind of neat. Now, where will this be in the silent auction?
Yes, sir.
So this is Holman Lindsay, paint a room. So now they will. What happens with that?
4 gallons of paint, a half pint of spackle, 2-inch blue masking tape, 2.5-inch Holman Lindsay brush, 1 1/4-inch putty knife, 9-inch roller tray set, hand painted pail, 6 pack handy paint pail liners.
So if you know, especially one of the things that's happening is, you know, with the pandemic that's occurred, a lot of people are doing home projects, and at this time you can actually get this paint a room, correct?
Yep.
It's going to be up for bid. So,
and then for the hunters, I've got this 7-piece processing kit. I just got that from John's Sports Shop. I got some products
we'll hang tight,
for the ladies, for one of the many places. This is from Hairport Salon Hair Products. And if you like pizzas, we got different places for pizza.
Okay, where can we go for pizza around here, Dwayne?
All kind, West End Pizza. Then I got the Roxy, TJ Harbor restaurant. I went to school with TJ. Peach Garage, excellent cheeseburgers there.
Yeah, very good cheeseburgers.
Zeroni's Pizza.
And that's our county exec, right?
Yep.
Yeah, John.
Okay. Wentz on the Lake. Oil changes from West Side Garage. The Hill Tavern out on County D in
Well,
Armour.
they know you from last time, right?
Well, Tom knows me. He supports the veterans a lot.
Oh, great.
The Delta Restaurant, that's where we meet for our meeting.
That's where and at the Delta Restaurant, just to share with you folks, an event like this doesn't just happen. And we have just a wonderful subcommittee, and we meet a lot. And really, coming up to the convention or this event itself, we've been meeting every Monday. And the staff at the Delta has been just wonderful. We meet in the back. And they jumped on board real quick and said, "You're getting a gift certificate."
And for the ladies, here's a Razor Sharp Salon in Appleton. The bar, Buffalo Wild Wing Party.
Buffalo Wing Party?
Yep.
Okay, now, folks, I got to tell you, I've never met a guy like Dwayne who's pounded the floor, the streets here. But if you would be so kind, and we got about 3 minutes left, can you share some of the donations that we've gotten?
Yes. The EA Museum, nice gift bag. Farmstead Saloon, fish dinner in Eureka. I've gone all over. The Fox Valley Savings Bank, Bloody Mary bucket with Yeti products, between about $300 products. Let's see, Kiss and File, we got a food dehydrator, $140. Lowell's, they got a portable tabletop grill and
a tabletop grill?
Yes, a cast iron with a 3-piece tool set. Believe me, it's heavy.
Well, but you know what? A tabletop grill, we're in March, we're heading into spring, time to get the brat fries going. What not a better time than to get a new grill?
Yeah, the Fox Valley Technical College out on Oregon Street. Mark Lorgy, who is one of the instructors for cabinet making, and he was one of my instructors. He's making 2 special cribbage boards for us. Oshkosh Convention and Visitor Center, a gift basket from Beckett Smeat. Oshkosh Chamber of Commerce, the Waterfest concert.
Well, and that's just one thing I do want to jump in really quick with, and then get back. But we have also had some event sponsors that have been very good to us, and I just want to mention the Oshkosh Chamber of Commerce. They have been an event sponsor with us, and they've been really helpful with getting the word out to the business community about Operation Cabin Fever 3. And I cannot say enough about Rob Playman and about McKenna for all the stuff that they have done for us. So they've been great. We also have the TV station Fox 11. They have created a PSA as well that they show on their station. And they are even doing some interviews with Colonel Fritz once he comes into town. So Fox 11 has been wonderful. And I also want to give a shout out to Cumulus Broadcasting, working with Steve Edwards, with Phil, with WOSH, WNAM, WPKR. They've been great as well. So again, great people in the community. Go for it.
Park Ave Bar, a wine basket, silver tuna tattoo and piercing, $250 gift certificate.
Okay, we got tattoos even. What about the tattoo thing again? I'm interested.
It's a $250 sitting.
Really?
Yeah. Wisconsin Timber Rattlers, 4-box seats. I went to Oshkosh, Armour, Winneconne, Borth, Eureka, Fond du Lac. We got from Appalachia, Menasha, Green Bay. So
yeah, our posters have been and that's something else too. Just give a shout out as well as Special Printing did a very nice job with our posters. And I know we've got them in Green Bay at the Vet Center and the VA and the Appleton VA and any place that veterans gather, there's a poster. And I know you've done a great job like in Omro, Winneconne, some of the smaller communities. So, are you exhausted yet?
Well, we got a lot of those like the drink. We got a lot of items.
I know we got a lot of, and the other thing too is not sharing right now, but we also got a lot of direct sponsorships where people are, we better not, Fool's Errand, the band is going to be playing. So once everything wraps up and we have these great speakers, we're going to have fun, we're going to party down, we got boogie music, blues, dance music, and we are going to have our friends. So we're wrapping it up. Dwayne and I, the Outpost, have a good day.